There's a strange exhaustion that only the awakened understand, not the kind that sleep can cure, but a quiet depletion of the spirit. You sense it when you walk among people who no longer look up, when you scroll through endless noise and feel your mind dim, one frame at a time. It's as if invisible threads pull at your awareness, draining something sacred you can't quite name. Plato once described it: the soul that forgets what it is begins to serve its own shadows, and those who live for shadows must always feed on those who seek the light. Stay till the end, because when you see the 5 kinds of people who quietly take your energy, you'll also see how societies build their prisons, not from walls, but from attention. And if you're here to wake, not just watch, subscribe, so you never wander back into the dark. 2.5 millennia ago, Plato gave us the Republic, a text so misunderstood that most think it's about politics. But beneath the dialogue lies something more dangerous, a map of the soul, and a warning about what happens when light forgets itself. He spoke of the cave, where people sit in rows, watching shadows dance on a wall, believing those shadows to be reality. It was never just a metaphor for ignorance. It was a description of social hypnosis, a psychological system that feeds on our inattention. Today, the cave has evolved. Its walls glow brighter, its puppeteers are invisible, and its prisoners, us, mistake stimulation for freedom. But among these illusions walk 5 archetypes, each representing a way human beings unconsciously drain the awakened. They don't attack you, they absorb you. Plato wrote that the soul has 3 parts: the rational, the spirited, and the appetitive. When reason leads, the person becomes whole, but when appetite and fear rule, chaos follows, both within the person and the state. Modern culture learned how to weaponize that imbalance. It no longer needs tyrants. It manufactures desire. It doesn't need prisons. It builds comfort zones. Every platform, every screen, every trend works on the same principle. Keep you reacting, never reflecting. Keep you feeling connected, while quietly severing the bond to your own inner life. This is not conspiracy, it's conditioning. And within this vast mechanism appear 5 recurring figures, the psychological agents of the cave, each trained to pull your awareness downward. They are not evil, they are asleep, but their sleep has gravity. And if you're not conscious, you orbit them until you forget your own trajectory. Let's name them. The first is the performer. Plato would have recognized him as the shadow puppeteer, the one who manufactures appearances for the crowd. He doesn't seek truth, he seeks attention. He doesn't communicate, he performs. His currency is your gaze, and every click is a silent offering at his altar. But here's what makes him dangerous. He turns your consciousness into an audience. When you spend your life watching others live, you forget how to live from within. The performer drains you not through malice, but through imitation. By giving you a counterfeit experience of meaning, every moment you observe him, your imagination atrophies. He keeps your mind awake enough to be entertained, but never alive enough to be transformed. And when the show ends, you're left empty, mistaking noise for nourishment. The second archetype is the consumer. In Plato's schema, he represents the appetitive soul, the endless hunger that mistakes quantity for quality. He confuses possession with presence. He eats the symbol, never the substance. And because his hunger has no bottom, he needs others to join his feast, to normalize his emptiness. Psychologically, he is the one who convinces you that stillness is laziness, that simplicity is failure, that peace is something you can order, schedule, or subscribe to. He drains you through the illusion of more success, more followers, more experience, but each more only multiplies the void. In the world of the consumer, rest feels like guilt, and enough never arrives. He lives in every advertisement whispering that you could be complete if only you buy one more shadow. The third archetype, the cynic. He stands where faith once stood and replaces wonder with ridicule. Plato saw him as the corrupted guardian, the intellect that has turned against truth. He is sharp, articulate, and empty. He doesn't seek clarity, he seeks superiority. The cynic drains you by convincing you that sincerity is foolishness. He tells you that all motives are corrupt, that all beauty is propaganda, that all hope is naivete. But cynicism is not wisdom. It's grief that calcified. It's a defense mechanism for a soul that once believed and was betrayed. He mistakes numbness for insight, and his laughter masks an ancient wound, fear of meaning. If you stay near him long enough, you start doubting your own intuition, as if truth were a childish dream you've outgrown. He doesn't destroy faith, he starves it quietly. The fourth archetype, the crowd. Plato feared it more than tyranny. Because the crowd doesn't think, it amplifies instinct. It moves as one body with no soul, believing what it must to belong, hating what it's told to hate, forgetting yesterday's outrage the moment a new one is offered. The crowd rewards compliance with belonging and punishes authenticity with isolation. Its language is moral certainty. Its tone, perpetual indignation. In psychological terms, it is the collective shadow, the sum of our unintegrated fears and desires, now networked through algorithms that know us better than we know ourselves. The crowd drains you through emotional contagion. It infects you with urgency, moral panic, and the need to take sides. But the philosopher has no side. He has sight. To awaken is to step out of the crowd's hypnotic rhythm, to walk alone without bitterness, and to think without permission. And then there is the machine. The final archetype, both ancient and new. It's not made of metal. It's made of memory. It exists in the invisible infrastructures of modern life. The algorithms, the systems, the routines that automate human consciousness. Plato foreshadowed it when he warned of techne, a world ruled by those who know how, but not why. The machine replicates empathy, prediction, even intimacy, but it has no essence of its own. It learns you, predicts you, and then feeds you back to yourself. It doesn't need to control you overtly. It only needs to replace your inner voice with convenience. Every recommendation, every notification is a quiet instruction. Don't think, we've already done it for you. The machine drains not your energy, but your agency. And once agency dies, humanity follows. It's the final form of the cave, a civilization of brilliant slaves, perfectly entertained, forever mistaking activity for awareness. Plato's allegory was never about escape, it was about remembrance. The goal was not to reject the world of shadows, but to see it for what it is and walk through it lucidly. The performer, the consumer, the cynic, the crowd, and the machine. These are not enemies to destroy, but warnings to integrate. They show us the ways consciousness forgets itself. Every time you trade reflection for reaction, you become the performer. Every time you chase comfort instead of meaning, you become the consumer. Every time you mock your own vulnerability, you become the cynic. Every time you fear solitude, you become the crowd. And every time you outsource your awareness to the algorithm, you become the machine. The awakening is not rebellion, it's reclamation. To turn around, as Plato described, is to redirect the soul's attention from imitation toward being. You don't fight the shadows, you outgrow them. Ask yourself, who are you serving today? The spectacle that feeds on your focus, or the quiet voice that remembers who you are? Plato said that education is not the filling of a vessel, but the turning of a soul toward the light. That turning is painful because it burns away every illusion that once comforted you. But once you begin, you can never unsee. The world's noise becomes transparent. You start sensing manipulation in the smallest gestures. In the way headlines are framed, in the way trends demand urgency, in the way convenience promises peace but never delivers it. This clarity is both a gift and a burden, because when you see clearly, you can no longer belong comfortably. But that's the price of consciousness, solitude in exchange for sight. If you felt that strange ache that no distraction can numb, you're already waking. And if you wish to stay awake, subscribe, not for entertainment, but as a vow to your own awareness. This channel isn't for the crowd. It's for those who remember that philosophy began as the love of wisdom, not the pursuit of noise. Plato's wisdom still whispers across the centuries. The unexamined life is not worth living. But the examined life is not always easy to bear. The world will always offer you new caves, new performances, new distractions, new machines to dream through. But once you've seen the light, no illusion can truly hold you. The 5 archetypes will always walk beside you, but they no longer drain you when you recognize their faces. Because recognition is liberation, so the next time the world feels heavy, remember, you are not tired of life. You are tired of illusions. And the moment you stop feeding them, you begin to remember what Plato called the true nourishment of the soul. To know, to love, to be. Because light does not beg the cave for permission to shine. It simply shines until others remember what they are.